Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today I'm going to try to make a loosely tied ice-dyed geode. I've never really done one of these before, but I think they look cool. I've seen where people have tied geodes, but they didn't pull their lines super tight. So they got a little bit of definition, but they didn't really get the white lines. So I thought I would give that a try. I'm beginning with the shirt turned inside out, and I'm going to make a mark using a washable marker where I'd like to have the center of my geode be. It's not going to be this shape, I just am using this as a guide so that I can keep track of where my center is. I'm going to only pinch one layer of fabric, lift it up off the table, and then I'm going to slide my hand down to the bottom of the fabric, and that's where I'm going to start tying the geode rings. And like I said, I'm not tying them very tight. I am hoping not to get lots of definition lines, but we'll see how it goes. As I'm tying out toward the center, I'm really trying to keep the fabric messed up. I'm pulling part of the fabric up, I'm roughing it up, I'm wanting to keep it as messy as possible, because when you tie geodes and your fabric is messy, I think I end up with a lot better shape geode and it just looks a lot more natural. As I get closer to the center of the geode, I'm really roughing the fabric up. I'm taking the part that's down at the very end and kind of pushing it inside. And then to do the center, I'm going to take my sinew down through the fabric and split this end piece into two sections. I'm going to tie each side, and then I'm going to place the shirt aside, and I'm going to allow it to dry out before I apply the dye. Normally with geodes and thicker folds like this, I get better dye saturation in the center of my shirt if it's completely dry when I apply the dye. I have a blog post discussing this topic in more depth. If you'd like to read that, it's out on my website, and I have a link to my website down below this video in the description. Okay, so I decided I wanted to try doing some blue, deep teal, and gray colors together on this one. So for my setup, I have a plastic container and I have an expandable colander over the top, and I've placed the shirt down inside of the colander. Since the shirt is completely dry, I'm going to go ahead and lightly spray it with a little bit of soda ash solution that I have inside of a spray bottle. That will help the dye stick to the top of the shirt a little better. When I apply the dye to the shirt, I'm trying to apply the dye as randomly as possible as well. Part of the dye I'm placing on the sinew lines, part of it I'm placing in the sections. Sometimes I'm placing more than one color in the section, and I'm using each color multiple times. So I'm trying to be as random with it as possible. Again, the object is to make it look more natural. So let me tell you the colors that I'm using. I'm using Marine, Bayou, Oasis, and Denim, which are all Pro Chemical and dye colors. I'm using Lunar Blue, which is a custom colors color, Ashes to Ashes, which is from Dharma, and that color, as well as Stormageddon from Dharma, are both special order colors. You can still purchase them from Dharma, but you would have to buy a large quantity of them. Otherwise, down below this video in the description, I have a link to a Facebook group called Tie-Dye Supplies Marketplace. People in that group buy the dyes in large quantities, they repackage them down into smaller quantities, and you can usually purchase it there. The last two colors I'm using are Stormy Gray and Simply Gray from Pro Chemical. Once I have all the dye on the shirt, I'm going to go ahead and add an additional sprinkle of dry soda ash over the top and then add on a layer of ice. As soon as the first layer of ice melted, I came back and had quite a bit of undissolved dye left sitting on top of the shirt. So I added a second layer of ice and I allowed it to melt as well. After the second layer of ice melted, I took this colander and placed it down inside of a plastic tote, put the lid on the tote, and then I placed it outside to allow it to process in the heat. I left it for about 24 to 48 hours before I rinsed it out. Then to rinse the shirt, I took it to my utility sink and I began rinsing it in cold water to rinse out the soda ash. I went ahead and warmed the water up to hot, and I continued rinsing in hot water to try to rinse out the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. But instead of rinsing for a long time, I decided to just soak the shirt. And so to do that, I ran some really hot water in my utility sink, added some Blue Dawn dish soap, placed the shirt inside, and allowed it to soak. When the water cooled off, I changed it out and I continued that soaking process until my water was remaining almost clear, which took a while because these are some darker blue colors that I'm using for this shirt. Then, after the water was remaining almost clear, I placed the shirt along with some Dharma's professional textile detergent into my washing machine and I washed it using a hot water cycle. Okay, so the shirt's been washed and dried and I've ironed it, so let's see what it looks like. Okay, so what do you guys think? Because this is not at all what I was envisioning. I was envisioning having a little more definition where I basically have no definition in this shirt. I mean, if you look really closely, you can see where the center of the geode is, but there's really not a lot of definition in this shirt. I needed to pull the lines at least, quite a bit tighter than I did. I was trying not to pull them so tight that I ended up with really big white definition lines, but I ended up with no definition lines. About the only place that you can see some definition is where I put the darker colors on the lines. You can kind of follow those around through the shirt, and I think that looks cool, but as far as it looking like a geode, I would never know that this was intended to be a geode. I do think it's a cool looking shirt though. I've actually named it Stormy Seas because I think with the colors that I used and the modeling that's in the shirt from the dye application and everything, I think it looks like a rolling sea, like in the middle of a storm. And I think that's really cool. Love the color splits. I love the cool colors that came out of the grays because, grays always have such cool color splits. But it definitely does not look like a geode. And for sure, I need to do some more work to see if I can actually get something that looks like a geode but doesn't have super defined lines. So I think it's a cool looking shirt, but it's not a geode shirt. But what do you guys think about it? Please drop me some comments down below and let me know. And if you've enjoyed the video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it and if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you'll hit the bell, you'll receive a notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.